Good morning. It's June 21st, the longest day of the year. It's the summer solstice. It's quite cool actually here. It was only 10 this morning, but warmer than that now. Only going to about 22, so beautiful sunny day. Heading downtown again because I have to pick up some pills and drop something off to somebody. So heading to the Cornwall Centre actually, which is a bit different than yesterday's walk at least. And unlike yesterday, I'll actually walk home again because yesterday I ended up getting a ride home with my brother whom I'd met for lunch. If you were wondering why there was a part 1 but never a part 2. Just a gorgeous day. We had some rain last night, so everything's fresh and clean. Getting our air conditioning fixed this afternoon. I mentioned in a previous walk that I was waiting to find out. So they did find the part in town, and he'll be coming this afternoon to put in the new blower, which is what has failed. It's also part of the heating furnace, really. So it's not just the air conditioning. It means if we were in need of the heater, which we aren't right now, but in the wintertime you'd certainly notice the absence of that blower really quick. So better it should break now than in the wintertime, I think. Although the heat might, at least somewhat, dissipate through the house because it would rise, whereas the cold air, of course, doesn't. Doing publishing stuff, always doing publishing stuff. More editing. Bunch of stuff to promote books, a couple of new ventures. Not doing any writing, but will soon. I have a story to write as well as all this editing I have to do. Plus I've got Kickstarter stuff I need to get on. Next week I'm prioritizing my own writing to the front of the line every day and pushing editing to the secondary thing I do. Right now I've been making editing my main thing and publishing stuff, but that has to stop. I'd like to stop it going forward actually, because I'm antsy because I'm not writing anything. Writers are like that. I do kind of know what my story is going to be for the anthology, so that'll be the next fiction thing I write. And the nonfiction thing is working on this book, compiling some of the commentary on writing that I've collected in my podcast, combining it with my own thoughts on the subject. Roses. There's a book by W. Mitchell called Roses Are Difficult Here. He, of course, was from Weyburn, where I grew up, one of our more famous exports down there. Especially his book, Who Has Seen the Wind, which was also a play that I was actually in. So I know it well. It was at Persephone Theatre a long time ago now. 2000, I guess it was? Fall of 2000, yeah. When Tibor Ferragesi was still the artistic director at Persephone Theatre in Saskatoon. He had hired me on the urging of, came to his attention through Deborah Buck, somebody else I've known a long time. And he'd hired me to perform at the Rosthern Station Arts Centre in a production of Tent Meeting, which is a show about a gospel quartet set in the Depression. And well, it's not really about the gospel quartet, but it's gospel music set in the Depression in a town in Alberta. That was great fun to do. I really enjoyed that. 6 weeks I spent doing that. And I obviously made an impression because then he asked me if I wanted to play Uncle Sean and the father in Who Has Seen the Wind, which I did. And then I kind of shot my budding Persephone Theatre career in the foot because he asked me to go to Rosthern the next year. And I said no, because we were having a baby. And he never asked me to be in anything ever again, so Perhaps I didn't follow up as I should have. I have done a Persephone show since then, but only one. And that was Beauty and the Beast, and that was in 2007, so that's been a while. So I haven't done, well, I did a professional show in Moose Jaw more recently, but I haven't done any professional theater in quite a while now. I did audition for Globe and Persephone last year, and I got a call back, but I didn't get the part. And this year, I haven't seen any notices of auditions, so I haven't auditioned, but perhaps I missed the boat there again. I guess I should check the websites. I auditioned for Spamalot, which Regina Summer Stage is doing. The audition went well, but I didn't get the part. That's probably because, among other things, while the audition went well, I'm missing half the. Would have missed half the rehearsals, so I wouldn't have cast me unless I was really desperate. I'm sure they had enough other people that they weren't that desperate. Not much for me to play there, except King Arthur. Anyway, probably. That's another thing on my agenda. I'd like to audition for more theater going forward. Maybe some not summer stage, but little theater, and maybe Regina Lyric Musical Theater that I've been a part of for a very long time. Planning to do a show. We don't know what it is yet. But a full production. So I'm sure I'll get back on the stage shortly. It's been a while, and that's another thing I miss. I get antsy when I'm not performing. I've been singing with Wascana Voices, a high-end self-directed choir here in the city, and that's fun, but it's not the same. And I'm a little jaundiced about that experience, so for reasons I won't go into, but I guess I'll stay with them for another semester anyway. So far I am actually following the same route as yesterday, just because of where I got to cross the street. But it will change. Yesterday I was just going to the hotel. This time I'm going all the way to the Cornwall Centre. Won't be there very long, and then I'll pick it up and walk back. Have to stay home all afternoon because I don't know exactly when the air conditioning guy will show up. 1 to 5 is the time slot they give, and last time it was like 5 when he showed up, although that was just the diagnostic look, so he wasn't there very long. This time there's actual work booked, so maybe he'll get there sooner. I do not know. I just know I have to be there, or be square. I keep thinking this is Thursday, but it's only Wednesday. Tomorrow morning, I can't even have coffee until I've gone and had my blood work done for the physical I had last week. I put it off until this week so I could fast and get a morning appointment, so I didn't have to fast very long. So I have an 8:45 appointment for my blood work. So tomorrow will also be a walk downtown. Friday, maybe I'll get back around the lake for the first time in seems like forever. I think the last time I went around, the trees weren't even budded out, so it has definitely been a while. And I normally do that, have done it every Friday. The orange apartment building, I always think of that one as. Well, I'm now into new territory. Not new, but parts I haven't walked recently. I think I'll go up here, because I'm going to want to cut across Victoria Park probably. The old apartment buildings here. A lot of old houses still left right in this stretch. Some of them are still houses, some of them are businesses. As I've often pointed out, this is known as the transition area. sometimes. It's also called the core, I think, but definitely a house, I would say. Somebody's working on it there. Place for rent, if you're looking. I just saw something that our rental rates for a one-bedroom apartment in Regina has gone up over the last year 13%. So I don't know if that's usually a function of demand. A lot of people moving to the city. I see a lot of immigrant families greeting people at the airport whenever I'm there. So we certainly have a growing immigrant population. I'm an immigrant myself, of course. As I've pointed out, moved up here from Texas when I was 8 years old. Orange Street Drugs on my right, one of the old apartment buildings over there. There's a stop sign here, makes this a pretty good place to cross. I'm wondering about shouldn't they be wearing helmets? Does the helmet law not apply to scooters? Tangerine Food Bar is a nice little restaurant. Sterling Productions, which is one thing I might audition for. They do really good shows. I just somehow have never been in one. Everything just looks so lush and pretty and leafy right now. I don't know if anybody's walking with me. Nobody has said hello this morning. I don't see. Nobody's watching at the moment, according to my little viewer counters over there. But so you're probably watching this as a recording. That's fine. Most people do. There's always a few people that catch bits of it live, but then the bulk of the views come on the recording. We're walking up Lawrence Street, if you're wondering. Lots of places for sale. That's for sale. There's one for sale over there. This used to be where the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Saskatchewan was located, so I was in there quite a bit back in 2004, 2005 when I was writing their history book. But they now have a place out, much larger office space out in Harbour Landing. Somewhere else I need to get to walk, but without a car, I can't do it on a weekday. Although I will have a car next week because my daughter will be in Cypress Hills again, so it means I have the car, the second car again. It's the Salvation Army here. That's a certain era of apartment building, it looks like that. There's quite a few of them around, probably built in the 60s, I would guess. Hard to be sure.
$2,000 price tag. No, it wasn't actually that much.
It's the back of First Baptist Church. Well, I walked behind the Frontenac yesterday, but there's the front of it. One of my favorite buildings. And that's the Balfour over there. Another one of my favorite buildings. If it's not weird to have a favorite building. This is Wednesday, that means the farmers market's up there. I could pass through it, I guess, on my way. Maybe I'll do that. City Hall, Knox Metropolitan United Church. Everything looking lovely in the sunshine. The farmers market is spreading out. It was quite small most recently, but there's more booths out here now than there were. Something else going on in the park too. Yeah, those booths aren't all farmers market. There's something else going on. I'm not sure what it is. Possibly connected to National Indigenous Day, which was, maybe it's a whole week. Because I do hear drums, or I did hear drums anyway. Back of the tax people. Hello, Ali. Hi. It's the Oddfellows Hall. Public library over there. The folk festival's coming up too, but it's not on yet. You know, a lot of buses are stopping along here right now. That's why all these people are waiting. So, something going on in the park. There's the library, which is being replaced, it sounds like. I think they're planning to close the branch there even. We might as well take a pass through however much of the farmers market there is here today. It's growing a bit, still a bit smaller than it will be at its peak. Saturdays has more stuff here than on Wednesdays as well. Anyway, this is the farmers market. Food stands and preserves, baking, cookies. There's always a cookie lady here. The garlic garden over the hill orchard's a fine place to go.
There is some produce this time.
Produce is not really here yet. That's what's comes later. It's kind of the main reason for coming as far as we're concerned. It's a meadery. If you need some mead, I feel the need for mead. So normally, once the produce hits, well, there you go, it is National Indigenous Peoples Day was on the 19th. I guess they're carrying on the celebration. Need some poutine, you can get it there. There's a fire engine available for perusal. Canada Life Building, started life as the Crown Life Building. Oh, the police are here as well. Letting people see their equipment, I guess. These are what I think of as our lightsabers. At night, they really look like lightsabers. I don't know that they intended people to think of lightsabers when they see them, but that's certainly what I think of. Here we'll go up the Scar Street Mall, which had some artwork being done. So we'll see. When we come back, I'll probably walk to the park and see what some of those other booths are there. Oh, the artwork has been unfenced, so you can actually walk on it now. I think most people probably don't, but you can. Hi, Mr. SHPN. I don't know how you pronounce that. Some sort of presentation going on up here. We walk down the middle here of the artwork. Some of the older buildings down here. Oh, there's a camera blocking the path here. All part of National Indigenous Day here.
Access to agricultural tools, education, and healthcare for children.
Excuse me.
Government created reserves.
Oop, oop, watch out, look out, watch out.
To agriculture, to land, to a sustainable way of life. We created residential schools and kidnapped their children, causing a cultural genocide that is still impacting generations today. One of the lesser known
They really tied up the mall there because of the camera. Nobody wants to walk in front of it. That's the old City Hall Mall. It used to be City Hall. It started life as the post office. And here's the Cornwall Centre. So I will stop up here, and then we will, that's where I'm headed. Looks like I got a minute to wait here anyway, so thanks for walking with me. I'll be back in a few minutes for the walk home. Bye for now.